Well, old Blue found a new home. Met a fella back in town. His name's Dan. Works down here at the shipyard. And he is actually quite the mechanic. So he wanted the Suburban. Said he could probably get it fixed up and back into operation. So I let him have it for super cheap. I hated to let it go that cheap, but it's one of those things where I knew that I couldn't take it with me. There's not a whole lot of buyers up here. So I just cut my losses and made the deal. So I only got $1,500 for it. But that's okay. It'll go to another home. Hopefully get restored and put back into operation. But there's something very exciting that has happened. I'm moving out of the tent. One of the guys that works down at the shop, he owns a little house, actually near the shop, and he had a renter in there, but they have moved out. So I saw it come up for rent, and I was very excited about that because I am so tired of sleeping in the tent. And it's in November now. It's in the first part of November. So imagine it's going to start cooling down pretty good. So this is it here. It's not much to look at. Matter of fact, it's kind of a dump. But I can deal with some roaches and rats as long as I'm warm and off the ground. So I'm going to start moving some of my stuff back down here and I get settled in. Just doing a month lease for now. I'm not sure how long I'll be up here. I'm trying to get back home to the family. Been away a long time now, so I am ready to get back home. But we've got to finish the job we started out here for Mr. Bill. So I am going to actually scoot back over here to the land and get the tent taken down, and then show you what's going on. I actually had some activity down there at the home site. They're moving right along. Alright, so you see I still have a couple piles of logs here. Still need to get those taken off. But we'll get to those eventually. Got a lot of the equipment staged back down this way, out of the way of the construction site. I've went ahead and scraped out this little trail back here to the shed as well. So let me get this tent taken down and we'll go check out the home site. Alright, got the tent packed up in the truck. You see the bench is still there. It killed the grass underneath it. It's been there so long, so that should grow back over time. Everything looks good and secure over here. So let's go ahead and hop back in the truck. Head over to the home site. I do need to maybe clear out a little bit around here. It is very difficult to get this trailer turned around in this little area. Maybe I'll do that before I go for Mr. Bill. Give him a little bit of room to maneuver up here around the shed. Alright, back down here to the home site. Tractor's working out good with the winch on the back. I was able to pull a lot of the logs into an area and stage them. And matter of fact, all of the logs have been picked up down here. And all of the stumps have been ground out. So you see we ended the driveway right here. The power company has come in and placed the power transformer there. They actually bored everything in, which was quite expensive. I can't imagine how much Mr. Bill paid to have all of that bored in. Got the porta potty for the guys down there. And then up here at the home site, you see there's the supervisor's truck there. And they brought in a Mack here that's got the flatbed on the back. They use that to haul in all of this lumber. They've got a front loader there they use to unload it all. Got some concrete blocks. Number of different sizes, so it looks like they're all set, ready to build the house. They did have to bring some dirt in just a little bit and built up this front. They went ahead and got that all packed down and letting it settle a bit before they go ahead and put in the house. So I think they're going to, when they get finished, smooth some of this out and landscape it a bit. So yeah, so this actually turning out really well. I think Mr. Bill is going to really love this when it's done. So I'm going to go ahead and hop in the truck here. What I'm actually going to do is I'm headed into town because I've decided I need to get this truck painted. It has been scratched up and beat up all through these woods here. So I'm going to take it up to the garage and they're going to touch it up, throw a quick paint job on it, and get it cleaned up here. We'll get it washed and make it look a little nicer. I want to try to take care of this thing. It's been a good truck so far. So we're going to just ease around here in the grass. It'll be fine. And we'll head on back down into town. Actually, you know what? I have no idea. While I have the trailer hooked up, I need to disconnect that. I'm actually just going to... I'm a little nervous about leaving it here. Let's move it back over here around where the tractor is. It's a little bit more hidden. Definitely don't want somebody coming through here and grabbing it. Let's see if we can just park it right here. That should be good. Out of sight, out of mind. Now, to go get this truck cleaned up. Oh boy, man. La Familia never disappoints. I can see why it's the only restaurant in town. It is good. Oh, the tacos are fantastic. Well, I was in here getting a bite to eat, waiting on the truck to get painted. Had a guy. His name's Fusion. He's up here working on his granddad's, maybe his great-granddad's. Can't remember what he said. Old homestead that was up here, and he's up here trying to kind of restore it, rebuild it, work it just a bit. So we got to talking, and he mentioned he was doing some logging, so it was a pretty good conversation, and he's needing a little bit of help, or could seem to use a little bit of help. He's up here alone. So I told him about some of the equipment I had, and he was actually pretty interested in me coming by and giving a hand, so may end up trying to do that here shortly. Got a few things I need to wrap up here, try and stay on top of the job here for Mr. Bill. But let's go take a look at this truck. They have done a great job. It looks brand new. Man, I'll tell you what. Go have a taco, get your truck looking like this. Can't beat it. Bad thing about it, cost me a little bit over $5,000. So fairly expensive paint job. But there's not many options to get work like this done here in Umbreon Valley. So we're going to head on back down and hook up to the trailer. We'll try to get one load of logs taken off this evening before I call it a day. I want to get back down to the little house and do a little cleaning down there. Always like to clean things when you move into it. Never knew who was there before you. So we'll try to get a load of logs done and then get back down to the house and try and get some good rest. Alright, back down here at the property. Let's go ahead and hook this trailer back up and get loading on some logs. I wanted to talk about something that's going on. If you remember, I'd mentioned that the wife and kids had to move in with the grandparents because we had lost our house due to economic problems. So the plan here is to get some money up here by working for Mr. Bill and then buy a farm. We want to buy a farm that we can restore, build it up, get it into good operation, and then try and flip it for some profit. And hopefully after a couple of those efforts, we'll have enough to just buy our own place outright and be able to live a life on the farm. So the wife has been looking, I've been looking here when I have time at places for sale around the country, and got a couple prospects. So we're going to try and look at those here soon, and that grapple is not working for me. Probably because I'm talking and not focused upon what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm going to try to go look at some of those here soon. It is at the early parts of November right now, so I do want to try and take a trip back home for Thanksgiving. I'm not sure. Actually, I know for sure we won't be done here before then. So I'm going to try to get some work done here and then head back home for a while. Visit with the family and spend Thanksgiving there, and then we'll have to head back up here and get back to work. So that's the plan. That is what all of this is about. We're trying to earn some cash up here in the forest and found this job. And then once we leave here, I am hoping that I've made enough money that I can buy a farm. It may not be the best place, but we want to get something that we can fix up, restore, make it a good investment. The biggest thing is hopefully we'll have a house of some sort so we can get the family moved in with me, and that'll be nice. Be glad to have them back. It is lonely, lonely, lonely up here in the woods. Let's turn on some lights. Should be able to grab a few of those small ones there. So you see I do have all the timber stacked up here together using the winch and dragging it up here into a pile. Makes loading here go a lot smoother. Don't have to drive around with the lumber all over the place trying to get back to the trailer. You can just park here and load up. Oh, I dropped that one. All right, let me get the rest of this loaded up here, and we'll head on down, get it sold, and then call it a day. We are almost down here to the location we're going to sell these logs. Now this location here, we'll just back in and they'll just float the logs off the trailer. I don't really like getting the trailer down in the water too far, but this place seems to pay just a little bit more than up there at the sawmill, and I'm still bitter about when they lost my timber sale receipt there. So although I think it worked out, it's not good business. So we're going to get this backed in here, get the straps off there, and we'll get this sold. Made just over $21,000, which puts me up to sitting on $188,000. Doing well. Really making some good profits here up in the woods selling this lumber, but it's been a lot of work. Spent a whole lot of time hauling logs on this little trailer. Definitely would go a little quicker if we had a semi with a semi log trailer. and maybe some bigger equipment to load with, but we're making it. Slow progress, but well on our way to buying a farm. I'm gonna head back. I'll probably drop off the trailer at the property and I head on down to the house and get settled in for the night, get some rest, and I maybe do a little bit of looking online and see what other potential farms I can find that may be up for sale. Well, I guess this is home sweet away from home. A little bit nervous about what's inside here. Wish me luck, folks. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you back here next time. Oh gosh.